Good day to you, and welcome to another Paddocks Club video tutorial. In the January Paddocks Press, I wrote an article entitled Carrot and Stick Approach. I pointed out that in sectional title schemes and homeowners associations, it is usual for owners who pay their levies after due date to be liable for interest at a rate set by the trustees and for other penalties, such as the suspension of voting rights for ordinary resolutions to apply. But I said what is not usual in South Africa is for the scheme to offer owners a positive incentive to pay their levies before the due date. If the interest and loss of voting rights is the stick, I said, then the offer of a discount for early payment would be the carrot. Have a look at the article if you haven't read it, but today I'd like to move on from the carrot to yet another stick. I want to look at the issue of acceleration of payments, specifically levy payments. You may be aware of this concept. If a debtor fails to make one of a series of payments on due date, then all the payments in terms of the contract become due and payable immediately. This is a usual term in any commercial contract where one person must pay in installments. The advantage from the creditor's perspective is that there's no need to wait for future defaults, which become increasingly probable whenever there is a default, so they can take action immediately. In the sectional title and homeowners context, one could, I believe, achieve the same result, perhaps in a slightly different way. Let's just look at the law that applies. Firstly, section 37(2) and 2a, these both provide that levies and special levies may be recovered by the body corporate from the persons who are owners of units or holders of exclusive use areas and holders of real rights of extension at the time when such resolution was passed. So those are who is responsible. It's the time of the Trustee Resolution. PMR 31.3 says that within 14 days after each AGM, the trustees must advise each owner in writing of the amount payable in respect of the estimate, that is the budget approved at the AGM, whereupon the amount due by each of them shall be payable in installments as determined by the trustees. PMR 31.4b, dealing with special levies, allows them to raise those special contributions in respect of expenses that weren't budgeted for and which are necessary. And again, they have the right to make those payable in one sum or by such installments and at such time or times as they think fit. The trustees in raising levies, whether special or ordinary, could say that the levies are payable monthly, but if any one is not paid, they all become due. This would be an innovative use of PMR 31.3. Another, perhaps better way, is to reverse the obligations and say that levies are due and payable in full on a particular date, soon after they are set perhaps, but the body corporate will not charge interest or take legal action to recover them, provided that installments are paid at the end of each month in specified amounts. This is worth thinking about, in addition to or as an alternative to the possibility of giving discounts for payments made on time. Thank you for joining me, and if you have any questions, we can deal with them in the discussion forum.